Hey guys, Shifty here. Today I'm just going to be going over my UI, also what other add-ons I'm using. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? So the first add-on that I have is Angry Keystones, or sorry, Angry Assignments, and this is this add-on right here. Let me show you exactly what it does. So basically, this would display, as you can see right here on my mouse. This would usually display to be like this big on my screen. And it'll show up during combat, or I guess you can do it also out of combat. But basically, this is an add-on that raid leaders use to display certain information that they're trying to convey to their raid, and they want them to have a visual of it. So, for example, Mythic Xavius, you need to soak the dream, and everyone needs to soak it at some point during the fight. So, as you can see, these are the names of people in my raid, and this is like what marker on the ground the raid leader wants them to soak. So here I am right here, Shifty. So at 45%, the raid leader wants me to soak Moon, and this would display here on an easy little pull down tab. You can make it, expand or contract. So that's Angry Assignments. I basically just use it for raid. I don't use it for anything else really. Angry Keystones is basically an add-on that replaces the default Blizzard little UI tracker when you're in a Mythic Plus. Right here where my mouse is, it'll display like how much time left you have in Mythic Plus to get like a 3 chest, and it also displays if you've killed the boss, how many enemy forces you need. This add-on basically just replaces it, makes it look nicer, and it also makes it so that when you hover over a mob in a Mythic Plus, that it will display how much that mob is worth in kill count. So if you only need like 3% left, you can hover over a mob and be like, okay, well this one has 2%, I need 1 more percent. So that's what that add-on is for. It's really lightweight, really nice, highly recommend it. Announce Interrupts is basically just an add-on that I use for interrupting, obviously. Let's see if it works here. It didn't work because it doesn't work unless you actually interrupt a spell. But it basically will just say in Sage Chat, I interrupted this ability. I like it for Mythic Plus and raids, so that I can see. Actually, I like it when other people have it as well, so that if I see that they just interrupted something, that means that I should probably get the next one because theirs is on cooldown. Just makes it a little nicer. Displays your interrupts. Auctionator. Let me run over to the bank real quick, or to the auction house, and I'll show you how it works. Let me see if I can talk about another one in the meantime. Details is my damage meter right here, as you can see. The best way I can explain it is basically the first damage add-on that came out was Recount, and everyone used it. And then SCADA came out, and then I would say like most people changed to SCADA. It was more customizable, it looked better. And basically, Details is the new SCADA. I like the way it looks even more than SCADA. You can customize windows. You can as you can see here, I have a damage done meter, and I also have a healing meter. There's a lot you can do in here. You can edit. You can change like your skin profiles, and there's a lot you can change with Details, and I really like it. It's really customizable. So let's go back to Auctionator. It's a simple add-on that's down here. Let's say I wanted to buy an ancient healing potion. You just boom, it just searches it, and I could buy it like right here. It's very easy to use. Let's say I wanted to sell this masterful Shadow Ruby. I'd pop it in, and it already searches how much it's going for, and I could just boom, instantly create it. So there's that. That's the Auctionator add-on. What's the next one here? I already went over Details. EPGP Loot Master is just a loot add-on that my raid leader uses. Basically, all it does on my end is it displays pieces of loot that drop, and then there's like a need button and a pass button, and that's pretty much it. And so that you can easily see if people need it, and you can see like how big of an upgrade it is for you. It's exclusively for the raid master, or the raid leader to figure out loot. Exorcist Raid Tools. I don't use it too much anymore. It used to be a really good add-on for when add-ons could track you know, like where characters are and such. I know in patch 7.1.5, Blizzard made it so that add-ons and certain weak auras can't track where you are on like a little mini map anymore. So for example, you know, on, let me pull up the raids here real quick. In Hellfire Citadel, you know, like on Archimond with the beams on Mythic Archimond, or you know, like on Cormrock, you'd want to soak the runes so that you know, the raid leader would display where he wants the raid to soak runes. So that was used through Exorcist raid tools. There's a lot of other things you can do with Exorcist raid tools, but I don't use it too much anymore. GTFO is a very simple add-on that basically if you're standing in fire, it will just scream at you nonstop. You know, I like it just because, you know, sometimes I'm focused on other things, and I'm sure this add-on has saved me many times. Links in chat is pretty self-explanatory. When someone links a chat or links something in World of Warcraft, it'll make it so that you can just instantly copy and paste it into your browser, so you don't have to sit there and, you know, copy all these letters and stuff. Minimap button frame is this add-on right here. When you have a bunch of add-ons, usually these all just come around the minimap, and it really makes it cluttered and look, in my opinion, not very good. And sometimes, you know, it covers your mailbox, and it's just a big mess. Basically, this add-on just pulls everything, all of the add-on buttons from the map, and just displays it right here. I like it. It's a lot nicer looking. Move Anything is the add-on that I use to move my buffs and my debuffs. Let me show you really quick. As you can see, my player debuffs are right here. They're above my character, and they're pretty big, so that I can see when I have debuffs on me, when I have mechanics on me on raids. They display quite big. I also have my buffs down here, which display, again, let me get on my mountain. Let me run up to the dummies really quick. So it'll display, you know, how long I have on my cooldowns, so and like my hit combo. So when I pop a cooldown, it displays, okay, I have 13 seconds. It basically just pulls my cooldowns from right here, or sorry, from the top right corner, which is where they are standard, and it pulls them down, and I have them under my character so that I can see it better. Basically, my UI is set up so that I only have to look when I'm in combat at about this big, you know. I only have to look at my health, the boss health, and you know, maybe some of my cooldowns down here. But I like to keep my field of vision very small. I don't like having my buffs up here on the right corner. This is also, I mean, this is in standard Blizzard UI, but you know, typically your health is up here, and so sometimes, you know, if you're really focused, you don't even know how much health you have anymore. So I like just pulling everything down, making it really centralized. And that's what I enjoy. So let me go to the other add-ons that I have. Pawn is a stat weight add-on. Let me pull it up real quick. You basically input your stat weights of your class in. You put them into the add-on. You find them online, and then you just stick them in. And then let's say I'm wearing this piece right here, and this piece drops right here. It just basically makes a rough estimate of how much of an upgrade this item is. So it says that it's a 10% upgrade, and that's based on the stats that you put in. It's not 100% perfect, you know, because your stats do change a little bit, but it's pretty nice generally. Saved instances is just a really simple add-on that when you're trying to reset an instance, it will display it in chat, in your party chat, so that the group knows that the dungeon has been reset and that they can zone in. It also tracks, you know, what dungeons you're saved to. As you can see, there's a lot of things you can track with it. I don't use it to the full extent, but there's quite a bit you can do with it. TomTom is a add-on that you basically input coordinates in from like Wowhead or something. If you're trying to do a quest and you can't figure it out, you just put in the coordinates into TomTom, and there will be like an arrow that just is like right here, and it'll display like where to go. So it's you know, pretty nice for questing, but I don't really use it too much because I know where most of the quests are now. World Quest Group Finder it's a pretty nice add-on. When you run into the radius of a world quest, it'll ask you if you want to find a group or if you want to look in Group Finder if there's other people doing that quest. And since there's quite a amount of people with this add-on, it's pretty easy to do world quest. And you'll walk up, you'll say yes, I want to find a group, and you'll be in a group within like 5 seconds. It auto searches, it auto applies you, and the add-on if you're looking for other people with the same add-on, the add-on auto accepts people, so it's extremely fast to get into world quest groups. It just makes it really easy. And I think that's all that's displayed on this list right here. Let me log off real quick and let me make sure that I didn't miss any, and I'll explain them if I did. So I went over Angry Assignments, Angry Keystones, Announce Interrupts. Atlas Loot is an add-on that basically just displays all of the loot that drops from places. I know Blizzard has gotten better at, through their own UI, they've displayed what items drop from old raids and old dungeons and stuff, but this add-on was really nice back when Blizzard wasn't doing that. I already went over Bartender. I'll log back on and show you Bartender real quick. Details already went over. Key Booster I will go over. Okay, Simulation Craft is an add-on. If you've heard of people simming themselves, it's basically just an add-on that you input all of the values of your character, like your race, your class, your level, and it inputs all of your gear, and it does simulations, and it tries to figure out how much damage your character should be doing. And then you can change like what gear you're using, so you can try to figure out what item is best for you. It's just you're trying to min-max DPS. Is this piece better than this piece? You can basically find out through Simulation Craft and going through like the website and stuff. So let me log back on. I'll show you Bartender and I'll show you Key Booster. The Key Booster add-on is only if you're running Mythic Plus dungeon carries. And it's a very simple add-on. Let's say you're trying to find keys to carry. You'd come over here to the pre-made groups. You go into dungeon. You'd start a group, and you'd say, doing carries, blah blah blah. And basically, when people whisper you, I'll turn on the add-on right here. All you have to do is click this. When people whisper you and they link their key to you, it'll display what keystone it is right here. And so it just makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to use your chat add-on to find a key. So you can just see all the keys displayed right here. Pretty easy, pretty simple. The last add-on is Bartender. I'm sure you've heard of Bartender. It's just a bar add-on. I have my bars pulled down here and made pretty small. I also have other bars hidden. I've moved my little micro menu over here to the left. I have a little mount bar here on my right that I have, I guess like mounts that I like and that I want to use frequently. I have them down there. I have my extra action buttons set up right here. So it's very customizable. You can change the scale and like the rows if you want them to be like this, or sideways or vertically or whatever. Very customizable action bar add-on. I'm sure you've heard of it. And so those are my add-ons, guys. I don't use too many of them. I like to keep it simple. I use a lot of the Blizzard defaults. For instance, I just have Blizzard raid frames. So, for instance, this is like my 5-man. If I'm doing a Mythic Plus, I have all the members of my group right here, so that it's a little bit easier. To my field division, I can see if people are dying, if I need to throw them a little heal, or like a res, or I can see if I need to stun because my tank is getting really trucked. And then I also have a profile for when I'm in a raid, and it pushes it over here to the right or to the left side, so it's out of my field division, so that I don't have to look at it, but I can still see things if I care to look at it. My advice is keep it simple, guys. Don't go crazy with add-ons. They will lag you a little bit, even if you have a good computer and internet connection. I know that add-ons can get pretty buggy sometimes, and I just don't think it's a very good idea to be too dependent on add-ons. And so that's my little add-on guide, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.